What if I told you that a penny you might have ignored in your pocket change could be worth far more than 1 cent? In fact, some collectors spend hours searching through rolls of pennies, hoping to find a specific coin from 1996. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary. It is a Lincoln penny with no mint mark beneath the date. But could this simple coin actually be rare? And why do so many people keep asking about the 1996 Lincoln penny with no mint mark? The answer may surprise you. The 1996 Lincoln penny is one of those coins that creates a lot of curiosity among collectors and everyday people alike. Many assume that a missing mint mark automatically means a minting mistake. Others believe they have discovered a rare treasure when they find one in circulation. The truth is a little more complicated, and understanding this coin requires a look at American coin history, minting practices, and the fascinating world of coin collecting. Let's start with the basics. The 1996 Lincoln penny was part of a long-running coin series first introduced in 1909. The coin was created to honor Abraham Lincoln, making it the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical person. Before Lincoln appeared on the penny, American coins typically featured symbolic figures rather than actual individuals. By 1996, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for 87 years. Millions of Americans handled these coins every day without giving them much thought. Yet each year of production tells its own story, and 1996 was no exception. During that year, Lincoln pennies were produced at several United States mint facilities. Coins made in Philadelphia carried no mint mark. Coins struck in Denver displayed a small D beneath the date. Meanwhile, proof coins produced in San Francisco carried an S mint mark. This is where many people become confused. When collectors hear the phrase, 1996 no mint mark penny, they often assume something is missing. But for pennies produced in Philadelphia during 1996, no mint mark was completely normal. In other words, a 1996 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is exactly how Philadelphia-made pennies were supposed to look. The Philadelphia Mint had a long tradition of producing coins without mint marks. While some denominations occasionally displayed mint marks, Lincoln cents from Philadelphia generally did not. As a result, hundreds of millions of 1996 pennies entered circulation with no mint mark at all. So if the lack of a mint mark is normal, why does this coin continue attracting attention? The answer lies in collector demand, condition, and the possibility of rare minting errors. To appreciate the coin fully, let's examine its design. On the front, or obverse, appears the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln. This design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner and remains one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust." The word liberty appears to the left, while the date 1996 is displayed to the right. On the back, or reverse, is the Lincoln Memorial design. This reverse was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. If you look closely at the memorial, you can actually see a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside the building. This remarkable detail makes the Lincoln Memorial cent one of the few coins to feature the same person on both sides. The coin itself is made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. Beginning in 1982, the United States Mint switched from mostly copper pennies to this copper-plated zinc composition to reduce production costs. A 1996 Lincoln penny weighs approximately 2.5 grams and measures about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. While those specifications may seem ordinary, collectors pay close attention to them because unusual weight differences can sometimes indicate minting errors. Now let's talk about the most exciting part, value. Most circulated 1996 no mint mark pennies are worth exactly what you would expect, 1 cent. Because so many were produced, they remain common even today. However, condition changes everything. Coin collectors use grading systems to evaluate preservation. A penny that spent years bouncing around in pockets, cash registers, and jars will show scratches, wear, and discoloration. But a coin that remained untouched since it left the mint may retain its original shine and sharp details. High-grade examples of the 1996 no mint mark penny can command significantly higher prices than face value. Collectors often seek coins with strong luster, crisp details, and virtually no signs of wear. In some cases, professionally graded examples in exceptional mint condition have sold for tens or even hundreds of dollars. The value depends heavily on rarity within that specific grade. While the coin itself is common, finding one preserved at the highest levels becomes increasingly difficult. Then there are mint errors. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process. These mistakes create unusual coins that collectors often prize because they are much scarcer than normal issues. Some 1996 pennies have been found with off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing because the blank planchet was not properly positioned during striking. Others show double strikes, die cracks, or other unusual characteristics. One of the most sought-after possibilities involves double die varieties. This occurs when elements of the design appear doubled due to imperfections during die creation. Depending on the strength and visibility of the doubling, such coins can attract substantial collector interest. Error coins from 1996 have occasionally sold for amounts ranging from several dollars to hundreds of dollars, and particularly dramatic examples may bring even more. For example, certified mint state specimens with exceptional grades have achieved prices far above ordinary circulation value. Meanwhile, unusual error varieties can attract competitive bidding among specialists who focus exclusively on Lincoln cents. Of course, not every unusual-looking penny is valuable. Many people mistake damage for a mint error. Scratches, dents, corrosion, and environmental damage often occur after a coin leaves the mint. While these marks may make a coin look unusual, they generally do not increase value. This raises an important question. How can you identify a genuine, collectible 1996 no mint mark penny? First, verify the date. Make sure the coin clearly reads 1996. Next, check beneath the date. If there is no mint mark, the coin was likely produced in Philadelphia. That alone does not make it rare. Then examine the overall condition. Look for original color, strong luster, and sharp design details. Coins with little or no wear generally attract more collector interest. Use a magnifying glass to inspect lettering and design elements. Search for doubling, unusual strike characteristics, or other potential mint errors. Weighing the coin can also provide clues. A standard 1996 Lincoln cent should weigh around 2.5 grams. Significant deviations may warrant further investigation, although accurate scales are necessary for meaningful results. If you believe you have discovered an unusual example, consider having it evaluated by a reputable coin dealer or professional grading service. Authentication can help determine whether a coin is genuinely collectible or simply damaged. Now, for some fun facts. In 1996, the United States was preparing to enter a new millennium. The internet was becoming increasingly popular, and many technological changes were reshaping everyday life. Yet despite these modern developments, the humble Lincoln penny remained one of the most familiar objects in American commerce. Another interesting detail is the enormous number of pennies produced each year. The United States Mint regularly manufactures billions of cents. Because of this massive production, even a small error rate can create thousands of unusual coins that later become collector discoveries. The Lincoln Cent series itself is one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Generations of Americans have used Lincoln pennies, making them a favorite starting point for new collectors. Many hobbyists began their coin collecting journeys by searching through spare change and filling penny albums. For countless collectors, the excitement comes not from finding a fortune, but from completing a collection and learning the stories behind each coin. That sense of discovery is one reason the 1996 no mint mark penny remains so popular. Even though most examples are common, the possibility of finding a high-grade specimen or an unusual error keeps people searching. Every roll of pennies presents a new opportunity. Every forgotten coin jar could contain a hidden surprise. Collectors also appreciate the coin because it represents a specific moment in American history. It connects modern collectors to the economic life of the mid-1990s and continues the long tradition of Lincoln cent collecting that spans more than a century. Perhaps the greatest lesson of the 1996 no mint mark penny is that appearances can be deceiving. A coin that looks completely ordinary may still hold historical significance, collector appeal, or even unexpected value under the right circumstances. So the next time you receive change, take a closer look at those pennies. Among the countless coins passing through everyday hands, there may be one that tells a fascinating story. The 1996 no mint mark Lincoln penny reminds us that even the smallest piece of pocket change can spark curiosity, inspire collecting, and reveal hidden details about America's past. And who knows, the next penny you examine might not just be worth 1 cent. It could be the beginning of an entirely new treasure hunt.